Looking to transform your family game nights? At Perfectly Picked Games, we specialize in family games that bring everyone closer. Our games aren't just fun. Kids and teens will learn how to take turns, develop basic strategy skills, and understand the thrill of winning and grace of losing. With our exclusive gift of games, you can give months of gaming excitement to your family. Choose a 3-month or 6-month gift, and we'll deliver hand-picked family games to your doorstep every month. And here's the best part. Right now, you can use the promo code GOLDENMOJO and receive 20% off your selected plan. Don't miss out on this exclusive offer. Use promo code GOLDENMOJO and save 20% today at Perfectly Picked Games.
Welcome to the United States of Paranormal Podcast. Sit down and buckle up for an enlightening ride through everything cryptid, creepy, and paranormal.
Hello, all of my paranormal freaks out there. It is I, Golden J, hanging out with
the Rocker Chick
and
J-Dub
and
that would be me.
That would be you.
Frozen. Sorry. I'm Brain Greer from Northwest.
This is going to be an interesting interview because Brian is actually setting out in front of the old sheriff's jail in Crown Point, and he's working off of his 5G. And I know when it uploads, it's going to sound amazing, but we're going to be working with a little bit of hitch and a giddy up here. So bear with us as we talk to Brian and all of the cool stuff he's got going on with Northwest Indiana Paranormal. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, we do a lot of investigations around Northwest Indiana. We're starting to spread out to other states. We've done the Ohio State Reformatory. We did a couple other things in Illinois, the Roth House in Watseka. We also do a lot of charity stuff. Like we just did a flag planting on Memorial Day in a cemetery. We're going to try to do some tombstone restoration soon too.
Nice.
Favorite place that we do like to investigate here in Crown Point, Indiana, the old sheriff's house and jail. You might recognize it as the place that Dillinger escaped in 1934.
Ooh.
Oh wow. So let's dive into the old jail there. Can you fill us in on some of the things that you've gotten captured?
The best things that we've gotten here are a lot of shadow figures. There has been a lot of hair pulling. When we're in the federal section of the jail, we get a lot of hair pulling, a lot of ghosts sticking their heads out from the jail cells.
Oh, wow.
A lot of even get a lot of whispers. I've actually had my hair pulled when I actually had hair back in the in the federal area.
You're getting a lot of heads poking out of the jail cells?
Yes, shadow figures.
That is crazy. I love that.
Yeah, down at the end where solitary is where I usually see the most.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. I'm trying to fathom you're just standing there and all of a sudden somebody just looks out at you and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it's almost like they're like, hello.
In the trustee area, when you stand in the actual jail cell doorway, if you just let yourself go, sometimes the spirits will push you out or they will pull you back into the jail.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
It's a weird. You just put your hands across your chest and it will actually just, if you let yourself go, it'll push you or pull you back. Have any of you guys
That's crazy.
I'm thinking the question was, have we been there? Is that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Was that it?
Yeah, is anybody?
No, I have not.
Well, right now the state has shut them down for a zoning issue. They're not allowing any paranormal investigations. It's a real BS situation. They're zoned as a jail and they run it as a museum, so the state shut them down.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking because this place is awesome.
Aw.
Yeah, I'm trying to fathom that a little bit.
It's total BS. They can
Political. Is that all it is? Political.
Is there something that they're trying to do so it can be zoned as a museum, or
They are working with
I
lawyers.
get that
but
backwards?
Oh, you're right.
Okay.
as long as you
Well,
guys,
can you show us a little bit?
unfortunately, I can just show you the porch. That's about it. There's a big sign on the door that says, they've been shut down right now. She's got construction all around the place. Does this thing do a turnaround of the camera, or
It
am I stuck in one
should.
position? No, it doesn't.
Oh,
That
I
can
don't know.
tell. I could just turn the phone around and get out of the way. This is the window.
Hey, that's a good looking window.
Oh, it's a great window. I'm gonna see if I can get out in the street. If I lose you, don't be mad.
Okay.
Give you a little bit of. From
Don't
the
get
street.
run over though.
Oh, I would never do that.
Oh, look.
Can you see it?
Oh yeah.
That's the upstairs residence where the sheriff lived.
How
It's
many
pretty
cells
creepy.
are...
I was just gonna try to add that up in my head. There's probably about a good 50 jail cells between upstairs. There's a big juvenile section up on the roof or the top floor.
wow. Oh, wow,
This is in
that's
the alley.
pretty big.
Yeah. This is the alley where they actually brought Dillinger in and all the other prisoners. And
That place is huge.
Oh, this place is amazing. My son did a drone over it, and it is amazing how big. When you're going back into the jail cells, it feels like you're going on forever.
I bet.
Then I'm going to go back up to the front here. This building next to me is the Hall of Justice. That's where the actual court was. Oh, it's so bright I can barely see. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit of downtown Crown Point, the old courthouse, the old Grand Lady.
Mm.
It's a beautiful city. It really is.
We've spent a little time in Crown Point, but never downtown. I've never even been down by the jail. Trying to think where we actually have been over there. I've been down to I'm gonna make sure I get it right. Is it Lemon Lake? I did some disc golfing down there.
Okay. Nice little area.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
We've got a bunch of places down here because there was a lot of old funeral homes that turned into restaurants, coffee houses, and they get a lot of paranormal activity. Like Sip Coffee House.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Square, a restaurant that used to be a funeral home and mortuary, crematorium. They even have a pit in the basement that they opened up for us that they drain the blood down into.
Ew.
The hostess station is an old slab that keep dead bodies on, cut in half.
Wow.
Yeah. We've got the gypsy.
Did you say the hostess station?
Yep. The hostess is an old mortuary table that they cut in half. And now they use it.
Wow.
A lot of the hostess, so we bring it to I think a few of them quit after that.
J-Dub would quit too. She'd be like, nope, I'm done. I'm out.
Nope.
And the basement of the restaurant was actually ground level in the 1800s. So they actually have the door and the window still there. And it's all dirted in they never actually closed it off. The dirt is actually coming in through the window and the door.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, you guys would love this town. A lot of activity. A bunch of us have said there's a portal to hell here.
Oh, wow. So what got you into investigating the paranormal?
I actually started photographing for my friend Pete, who is the president and founder of Northwest Indiana Paranormal. He also does a high school group because he is the school resource officer. He's a corporal for the Griffith Police Department. And he had me come along and take pictures of the kids because he wanted to make sure that his group stayed, active and that the school renewed it every year. And I just started getting really into it. I started picking up equipment, and I loved the places we went to because there was a lot of historical places we went to, and I love history. So at the time, Pete was so busy with the kids group, I actually started a group on my own and took a lot of the adults and started doing my own investigations. And then COVID hit, and then I kind of went back with Pete and started doing a lot of stuff with Northwest Indiana Paranormal. Like during COVID, we did like 14 investigations that year.
Oh, even during COVID, you were still able to get several in.
Oh, yeah. We didn't let that stop us. Like the Ohio State Reformatory. One of the creepiest things that ever happened to me was at the Ohio State Reformatory. Have you guys been there yet?
No.
I was in a long hallway leading to the solitary confinement area. And all you see at the end of the hallway was a exit sign. And one of my friends, Tina, was with me, and we're looking down this hallway, and all of a sudden a shadow figure comes straight at us, blocked out the sign, so we knew something was there. I turned around to say, "Hey, Tina, do you see that?" And she was already running out the door.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Something about shadow figures. I always see a shadow figure somewhere.
Well, I mean, it sounds to me like shadow figures like to see you too.
Mm-hmm.
I seem to be a magnet for them. I've never seen a full-bodied apparition.
Definitely.
Love to see that. That is like my ultimate dream.
So as a photographer, have you caught any of these in photos, or is it just
Actually,
kind of that, where you
month,
see them and then you don't quite get a picture?
Actually, just last month. Sorry, my voice is cracking. Can you grab my water? We were at the Gill House in Galion, Ohio. It was the night before, right in front of yours. Right on the way back from Ohio State Reformatory because we went to Parapsychon. And I actually had a laser grid going on and off on demand. I would tell the spirit to turn the laser grid on. They would turn the laser grid on. I would tell them to turn it off, and they turned it off. And then about a half hour later,
Uh-oh.
I think we lost him again. Well, while we're waiting for Brian to see if he can get back in on us, don't forget to check out our Patreon at patreon.com/TUSOP. And, check out the website, United States Paranormal .com. .com. There's so much going on. But yeah, United States Paranormal.com. Check out all of our great merch. Come on, guys. J-Dub just loaded up.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to have a shirt or a sweatshirt for every day of the week.
Yep.
Super excited to see the brand new one and only sweatshirt from the other side that she ordered.
Yep. I'm excited.
Yeah. And of course, always a thanks to all of our Patreon users and subscribers. We love you guys, and hopefully you're loving the content. We hope. Because I'm working hard at this content.
It's not a dog.
It's not a fucking dog.
That's all I heard last night. It's not a fucking dog.
If you want to know what she's talking about, join the top tier of the Patreon for July's reaction video. It's going to be awesome.
One of the videos with the baby in the crib.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not a fucking dog.
There he
is. There he is. He's in the car.
I moved to the car because I know I have reliable Wi-Fi in here. Sorry about that, guys.
No, you're trying to. Yeah. We get
Trying to
it.
show
We
you
totally
guys the
understand.
jail. What did you hear before I got cut off?
We were talking about the
Laser
grid,
grid.
the laser grid, and
Okay.
I do believe I saw that video. I don't know if you posted it on Northwest Indiana or whether it was on your page. I can't remember, but
No, that was on Northwest Indiana Paranormal. I posted it.
okay.
Did you see the actual picture of the cat that we got
I did
in front
not.
of the laser grid? Yeah,
I did
that
not.
was amazing. You seen the cat go across this laser grid, and I pulled my phone out real quick and shot the picture and got it as it was leaving the laser grid. And about 10 minutes before that, Pete actually felt something go across its feet, and he said it looked like a cat.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it was even crazier when I saw the shadow figure of a cat go across that laser grid. It was a great place, too.
That's something I don't comprehend. I mean, I kind of understood the whole, humans coming back as entities, but I don't know. I mean, in your experience, Brian, I mean, is animals, do they come back a lot as shadow figures or entities?
It's probably the first time I ever seen something as an animal. We did have some interesting stuff going on in Gypsy's graveyard. I actually got burned on my arm. A lot of text, sorry. It's the group, too. I got a burn while I was in Gypsy's graveyard, just not too far from here in South Crown Point. You might have heard of Gypsy's graveyard. It's pretty well known.
I think so.
And I was doing some photography before the group got there because had a kids group coming, and I went there to take some pictures before so I can see what I was photographing at night. And I just felt this weird sensation on my hand, and I'm like, okay, I got to get out of here. The next day I woke up and there was a burn on my arm, probably about about 3 inches long. There was no definitive spot where it looks like I got burned by an iron or somebody put a hot poker on my arm or anything. It was just red, and it's still to this day warm to touch right there as compared to anywhere else on my arm.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah. What is even crazier, that same night, I wore shorts. It was a day like today. It was about 90 degrees at night. It got to about 79-ish before we started going and investigating. And in order to get the gypsies part of the graveyard, you have to go over a fence through some poison ivy area. And I'm wearing shorts. So I was like, okay, guys, you go ahead without me. I'm going to stay here. Pete's like, do you want to put a burlap bag over your head and see what you can hear while we're gone? I go, yeah, it's not a problem. Load in the graveyard, dark, nobody around. Sure, go for it. So I'm leaned against the tombstone, and I got this burlap bag over my head. And I hear everybody going across the fence, and I'm listening. You can hear something rustling a little farther away. You hear like cars going by. You hear a gunshot in the distance. Then all of a sudden you hear this discombobulated voice in my ear. And I'm like, Pete, knock it off, because Pete's a jokester. And it stops. I'm like, okay, fine. He's just messing around with me. And then I'm thinking for a minute, I didn't hear anybody come back over the fence.
Oh.
And then about a minute later, I hear the voice again. And I'm like, Pete, not. And I'm like, wait a minute. I took my burlap bag off my head, and I had a flashlight. I turned it on, looking around. There's nobody around.
Nobody. Wow.
Not a soul. I was alone still in this graveyard. And I'm hearing this voice in my head going, oh, boy.
I'm a burlap sack on your head in the middle of a graveyard. I'm not sure that I would sign on for that.
I thought he was crazy at first, but I'm like, what can happen? But when you close your eyes or put a bag over your head, your other senses kick in, and you start hearing stuff, and you start feeling stuff, and like I said, there's something whispered in my ear, and I'm like, wait a minute, there's nobody here.
Wow.
And then we carry walkies with us, and I got on the walkie. I'm like, Pete, you might want to get back over here. It's starting to get active over here because it was about right before midnight. Everything seems to happen around midnight.
That's true.
Now you said that he takes kids out on these sometimes.
Yes, he's
So
the
you have a
resource
group?
officer, and he also has the Griffith High School group. So he's got probably 100 and some kids every year, and they go to different locations really close to this area here. He does the old Sheriff's Jail a lot. He does the Little Red Schoolhouse in Hammond. He does a couple of things in Valparaiso, the old Opera House, the Memorial Opera House.
I've heard of that.
And he's done a couple places. He went to Fowler, the old Benton County Jail there. He's done the Fowler Theater. 2 great places I love going to. Very active.
Well, that's really cool that that's something that they're teaching kids about. So, hey, and a group that they can join.
He was the first one that they know of that did a high school paranormal group. And he's actually had a couple of schools call him, asking him what he's done, how he runs his group, and he's been helpful for them too.
Very
Actually,
cool.
Purdue University Calumet has started a group, and we actually went over there and did an investigation with everybody at Purdue Calumet. It was a very active night.
I was gonna say, is because we've been up in that area too. Is it? I mean, it's a pretty active place up there on the campus.
It was pretty active. I think every group had a good story to tell because we all met in the cafeteria, and then we all met in the cafeteria afterwards, and we were telling stories. And every group pretty much had a good story. My group actually had a ghost that was attached to my son from Tennessee that had followed him home, asking or answering questions in a spirit box session.
Oh, wow.
And it blew everybody away because I was actually the one with the headphones on, and they were on the other side of the auditorium. So there was no way I can hear these questions. And at one point he asked a question that he didn't even know the answer to until I said it. And he's sitting there doing the math in his head, and he goes, "Holy crap, he's right." I think he asked how many people he worked with. And I said 5. And he's sitting there doing the math. He's like, "Fuck it, I do work with 5 people." So everybody in the group's like, "Holy crap."
Yeah.
Now, when you guys leave a session, do you cleanse or do you do anything like that so you're not taking them with you home?
I usually wear stones. We usually do sage in some of the more active locations and some of the places that could have some dark entities at. Pete does have holy water on him. I think we've done it once when we felt we needed to. I think the most we do is sage.
That makes sense.
And besides your son,
sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
There actually are a couple places that we've been to where they said do not sage inside the place, that you have to do it outside because they want the entities to stay in the place.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does make sense. I mean, I can understand that. I mean, sage is a very distinct smell, and you know, if you do it inside a building, it'd probably stick in there for quite a little bit, I would think. But
Well, in a lot of these places, that's their draw, is that they have paranormal activity, and
yeah,
they
that's
don't
true.
want to push it away.
Yeah,
So
don't want to leave them with no activity.
exactly.
Yeah, that'd be bad. So, besides your son and the one that came with him from Tennessee, have you had anybody follow you home or anything like that?
I have not. That is the only one. And when we were in Tennessee, we're actually doing a public investigation with Doogie from the Tennessee Race Chasers. And we didn't even think about it. And we got home and he's like, "I think this guy Hoyt is following me." And we did a spirit box session, and sure enough, it came up Hoyt like 5 times.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And when was the last time I did one with him? I can't remember. It's been recently. We asked him, and Hoyt wasn't there, so we think Hoyt has left him.
Hoyt has left the building.
Well, that's a bummer because, I mean, did Hoyt get bored? I mean, did he like, this is not that much fun?
He might have attached himself to somebody else. Who knows?
Right.
It was just weird. He
He's
followed us all the way.
a traveler.
Yeah, we
It
were
was just-
surprised he came all the way from where he did.
Right.
Was it just a feeling your son had that he had something with him?
Strange things were happening with him. Like his car alarm kept going off by itself, which when he was in Tennessee with us, he made his car alarm go off.
Oh.
Because we asked in the spirit box session, did you make his alarm go off? And he said yes.
Hmm. I was trying to get somebody's attention.
That teeters for me on like really fucking cool. You could do that to holy shit. That would scare the fucking shit out of me.
It would scare you.
Yeah.
You're a Wayne.
Well, I am a ween. Sorry, Brian. I'm not real good at this. So,
He scares easily.
really, it's
I've
true.
not been anywhere where I've been so scared I've had to run. I did have a time where I was in the basement of the Benton County Jail in Fowler, Indiana, and we were doing a spirit box session. We also had a flux on the floor, and it sucked the energy out of me, and I had to walk away. And I heard Pete ask while I was walking up the stairs, did you suck the energy out of Brian? And it went green immediately.
Oh, gee.
Once I got outside and I took a drink and sat there for a few minutes, I was fine. But it really took the energy out of me.
That's intense.
We
That's
did
insane.
We did sage after that one.
Oh, I bet.
And lots of it, I'm sure. It's like, okay, hold on.
Well, what kind of equipment do you guys use?
We use probably every equipment that you see on most of the ghost shows, anywhere from SLS cameras. I personally like a Zoom recorder because I can hear everything, and I get some really good EVPs with that. The Flux is one of my favorite things also. REM pods, they're very unreliable. Anybody that has a cell phone on would set it off. Sometimes our radios set it off. But almost everything you've seen, Pete has pretty much purchased over the years, or some of the other group members have purchased them, and we use them while we're out on the investigations.
Oh, cool.
We all have our
those,
favorites, and I think
those Zoom recorders are amazing.
Oh, they pick up, and I joke with everybody. I say you can see or hear a mouse fart from 3 floors away with that thing. It is that sensitive, and you can pick up everything.
Gunner's got one. He bought because he's a videographer, and so he uses it in a lot of his wedding. When he does wedding videos, he'll actually hook up right up next to the officiant, so he can get everything. I mean, I've seen him bury that thing in planters and stuff like that, and he still gets great audio out of it from a really good distance. So, yeah, definitely a good solid piece of equipment for sure.
I suggest everybody get a digital recorder, though. It's just one of the best evidences that we get.
Yeah, and it's that's the stuff that you don't necessarily hear while you're recording. That's the stuff you get after when you get home and start listening to it. Yeah.
And once you start dissecting the sound, you can hear stuff that you didn't even hear then. But the other stuff, you need either a video recorder recording it, or you have to remember everything that happened after you leave. The Zoom, It's a recording, so it's right there taking every sound that you record. And you hear it live.
Yeah. Right.
If you hear something, you can stop the recording and say, hey, I need to listen to this. And you can play it to the group. We've done that a few times where we heard a loud growl. We've stopped, hit rewind on it, played it, and you hear the growl. It's like, oh, let's stay here a little bit longer, hear what we find out. Or other people like, I think we're going to go downstairs now.
It's time to go. That would be me.
Yeah.
Like, did you hear that ground? I gotta go. I think there's something waiting for me outside.
Although the most evidence we get is when everybody is scared. When that energy level is so high, you start seeing things, and it's very active. It's like they're feeding off our energy.
Right. Do you think you get more activity when you're with the kids from the school, with them being younger?
And I think we've gotten better evidence when we were off with the kids because they're so scared. This is a new experience for them. They're going to places that are dark and scary. They have no idea what's going to happen. And that energy level is just so high that we start getting a lot of activity.
Right. Yep.
Especially in this jail.
About that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, kids are so much more open-minded to everything. You know, us as adults, we're like, nah.
We're skeptics.
Yep.
Yeah, but we've talked about, and we've watched it, and even the YouTube videos and stuff like that, where they take in like Tesla coils and stuff like that, where they try to electrify the room to try to draw that in. So you kind of think about that, but you don't think about the energy that a group of people would put off to help, to bring all that forward and to energize it.
You think about it, if we take Jeremy into any place that's haunted, something's going to happen.
You will see a full body apparition. You're kidding me, because I'm so freaked out.
I definitely want to investigate with you. I want to see that full body apparition.
We'll send him your way.
Sounds great.
Yeah, you're only a couple hours from us, so I mean,
I definitely would like to go up in that area. I mean, spend the day up there and just. I've always been into cemeteries. I really haven't done any investigations in them, but it'd just be really cool. Just
a good cemeteries not too far from us in Illinois. You ever heard of Resurrection Cemetery, where Resurrection Mary supposedly goes? She walks down the street, get in your car, and she'll travel with you and then disappear.
No, I have not. Jen said she did, though.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, and then there's Bachelor's Grove in Midlothian, which is very haunted. A lot of good.
What's the one that you did a short story on that was in Crown Point?
It was Gypsy.
Oh, okay.
Cemetery.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Brian. I've done so many damn podcasts today. They're all bleeding together sometimes, so you have to forgive me.
It's all right. I understand.
So what are you guys looking forward to going to next? Something new that you're looking at.
We're actually trying to set up one for Gettysburg and Eastern State Penitentiary. We also want to go to Villisca and Malvern Manor, but that one probably be next year. And then we found a nice place in southern Indiana called Madison, Indiana. The whole town has been designated a historical landmark. There's a couple mansions there that are supposedly extremely haunted. It's right on the Ohio River. It looks gorgeous. I want to spend like a day or two there.
Yeah, I think any historic place you're gonna find something.
Well, we spent some time right along the Ohio River a couple years ago, but I'm trying to think of the town we were in. Because we were in Blue Herring, the name of the area that we were in, because the Blue Herring winery is right there. But the name of the town, I can't recall it right off the top of my head, but it is absolutely gorgeous down there. The town is, like you're talking about, is old and historic, and all the hills and the houses built on that, and looking over the river, and it's just absolutely amazing. But I think SIPS was in that area for something that they were investigating too. I can't remember what we talked about with them.
Sorry, don't remember either.
You don't remember that either. Good golly.
That's been a while back. But any place where, running water and
Well, I mean, the locks are there. The nuclear power plant is there. I mean, you want to talk about energy. You can't get any bigger than that. So,
true.
yeah. And I've got to remember what name of that city is now. Son of a bitch. Once again, I'm getting old. Oh, shit. I'm going to go Southern Indiana. I'm going to stick with that.
Okay.
I was on the north side of the Ohio River. Oh, it was a good time. It was a nice getaway weekend. Like I said, it's beautiful down there. We enjoyed our time. But you're always looking, because we were in the woods, so you're always looking to see what was out there at the time.
Oh, he said that I tried to kill him while we were hiking, but I didn't.
It's true.
Yeah.
I almost had to eat a turtle, Brian. It was the only nutrition that I had. There was no water, just a turtle.
I think I'd starve at that point.
Well,
turtle or
die. Fire.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fun. We had a good time.
Drink the dirty Ohio River before I do that. Yeah.
I don't know. It's got that Kentucky water in it. I don't know. Oh, do you guys have any other questions for Brian?
Do you have like a favorite investigation series or podcast or that you like to listen to or watch?
Actually, you guys were the first ones I've actually listened to, and I've actually enjoyed what I've heard so far. I've never actually listened to podcasts.
Well, thank you. We don't go out and investigate. We need to start. J-Dub, of course, lived in a haunted house.
Nice.
So, yeah, she's got and does investigations.
I have. I'm not very good at it, but yeah, I was on the TV show A Haunting for my house before, and yeah, we did a podcast. Told my story on one of the episodes, and yeah.
If you guys are ever up in Crown Point or Northwest Indiana, I'd be happy to show you around and show you some great places.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
So like I said, this whole town right here is wickedly haunted.
We're going to be going, ain't we?
Yeah.
I can see all three of you thinking right now going, when can we go?
Yeah.
When?
Let's see. We got this weekend. We got that. Yeah. I'll be texting you. Brian, we're on our way. No, just drop what you're doing. We're on our way.
We'll give you notice, I promise.
Absolutely. We'll
I
have
to say, being
together.
A photographer too, I've taken pictures of some really great haunted places along the way.
Can we talk about that a minute?
Sure.
Because you sent me a couple photos, and then I was on your Facebook page looking at a lot of the photos you put on there. A lot of it in front of the old sheriff's jail, what I seen on there, right? Yeah.
Correct. This is a great backdrop for my miniature photos.
Yes. Yeah. They're absolutely great. And it took me a minute to kind of figure out what was going on with it, because I originally thought that you kind of like CG'd them in there, or, AI'd them in there. And then I realized, and when we were talking, you were like, these are my figurines. These are my miniatures. And I was like, went back and re-looked over everything. And I'm like, this is great, because he's got Scooby-Doo. He's got Beetlejuice. He's got Elvira. They're awesome.
Yeah.
I just looked it up.
The Batmobile is actually a 1/18 scale model, and it makes it look like it's parked right in front of the jail.
Right.
That is so cool. What do? Get down on the ground and...
I actually have a 24x36 blackboard, and I have it set on a stand. So it's about chest level. So then I make that blackboard look like it's even with the curb. So if there's a car in front of us, it's not going to look realistic. I have to come in at like 6, 7 in the morning when there's no cars in front of the jail. It's also great because the lighting is perfect. And then I put the figurines at a distance where it looks like it's standing in front of the jail. And I use my cell phone and snap a picture, and then I go to Lightroom and edit it.
Very cool.
I've never
Yeah,
seen anybody do anything like this, so I thought it would be pretty cool.
I love the black and whites when you edit them down to the black and whites and have them in front of that. That's probably my favorite of the group. They just look so. I don't know. I like the black and white. I love how when you change them up like that, how they look. I think it's great.
I do have a 1930s Roadster. Now I just have to find a gangster figurine to put in front of the jail to make it look really cool. If I can find Dillinger, it'd be even more perfect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Did they make a figurine of Dillinger?
They do. The one I found is $600, and I can't justify that one. I mean, I'm not getting paid for this yet. I'm actually going to start selling these in the old sheriff's jail, hopefully soon when they open. Sandy's got 3 of my pictures hanging in the jail right now.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, the Scooby-Doo one, and I gave her the ghost face and a Batmobile one.
Cool. That's awesome.
Now, okay, so you went to one of the cons not too long ago.
Parasite Con at the Ohio State Reform.
And you were given some of your art to some of the investigators. Is that right? Is that what I understand?
Yes. Heather Taddy and Aaron Sagers. They actually, last year, I took a 24 by 36 of my Ohio State Reformatory photo and had all the paranormal celebrities sign it. It's a one-of-a-kind print because nobody else has done it that I know of.
Right.
And I framed it. And every time I had the celebrity sign it, they all asked where I got this photo. I'm like, it's my photo. Like, oh, this one's cool. Heather Taddy and Aaron both absolutely loved the photo. I can tell that they loved it. And then this year I took 16 by 24s and I matted them. And I gave both Aaron and Heather one. And Aaron, he had it sitting back behind him. He was so proud of that one. He loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool that you did that for them. That's awesome.
I'm actually thinking about doing a table next year at the con and sell those photos for everybody to have signed.
Yeah.
Because everybody's asking me, where'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Like, it's my photo. I had it printed.
Yeah, I mean, that's a way. You said you're not making any money off of them, but if you do the Paracons and all that, that's a way to.
I can definitely make my money back on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially like with the little figurines and stuff in front of them. Those would be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then I can go buy my $600 Dillinger and shoot that one.
That's right.
He's fueling his hobby. I know that feeling oh so well.
Yeah. I haven't made any money paranormal investigating. That's one thing about our group. When we take people, we don't make money. It goes right back to whatever place we're going to. We make no money off of it at all. We love going to historical places before any place. That way we can put back into a historical place.
Right.
Like we've done cleanups here at the old sheriff's jail, the Benton County Jail in Fowler. We've gotten the groups together and gone down there and cleaned. We totally turned around the Benton County Jail. The sheriff's area was all dusty, dirty. We cleaned that place up. And it's great because people can go in there and actually investigate. But we love helping out the historical places.
Somebody's got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. It's true. You ever thought about coming down to Warsaw and doing the what's the jail called there? Just the Kosciuszko County Jail?
Kosciuszko County Jail.
Yeah.
We actually talked to the guy who runs it, and we were supposed to get back to him. I don't know if Pete did yet. Sometime soon we were supposed to do that. We want to do the Barbie Inn up in the apartment area.
Yeah, on Barbie Lake. Yeah,
how that will work. Because we ate there one time, and then we actually went upstairs and did a couple EVPs in the hallway. They let us do that, and it was wicked up there. Then when we were in the bar, it was weird. Somehow, while they were closing and nobody was around, a chair got put on the table by itself.
Jeez.
Nobody was around.
I've heard that.
And this chair got on that table, and we're like, what the hell? We're like, time to leave.
Jeremy would have been like,
Don't.
I would have been like, wait, let me finish my beer and then we'll go.
No, you would have been like chugging it and then going.
I didn't say how fast I was drinking it. I just said, let me finish this and then we'll go. If you do come back, if you guys work it out and you guys come into Warsaw, let me know. This is where we are. We're in Warsaw. So
we'd love to
meet up, and I would definitely go.
Yeah, you're straight down 30 from us. You're not that far away.
No. We've, like I said, we've spent some time in Crown Point. We have some friends and family that live she lives in Hammond for the moment. She's getting ready to move back to Plymouth, but we have some friends in Crown Point, and so we've been. We
love to frequent the burger place.
Well, that's the Industrial Revolution. We're big fans of Industrial Revolution.
The one in Valpo?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Love that place. We haven't been there in a while.
No, we haven't.
We've got a couple good places around here that do good burgers.
Oh man, I could talk food all day long.
Have you ever been to Peru to the circus museum there?
I have not.
My husband's sister got a burr up her butt and knew this guy that was working there, and she was talking to him, because we all like history, but she was talking to him about it, and he goes, yeah, there's some crazy stuff that goes on here, and she's like, well, like what? And he was telling her, shadow figures, and when you're in the museum part, you'll see like actual like carnies walking around and clowns. Oh, that scared me. And so
that was one of my ringtones. Of course, it's the Haunted Mansion ringtone.
She asked me if like we could come out and look around, and we went, and oh my gosh, they had all the old circus wagons in the big giant barn that they would have like the animals in, and we were looking down between them, and there was a light at the very end, but you couldn't see the light because of all the wagons. But there was a full head and torso that was down at the end. And we took a picture, or she took a picture. We caught it on the camera. She took another picture, it was gone.
Wow.
And lots of cold spots, and yeah, it was pretty creepy, and a lot of history, circus.
Well,
history.
I think circuses would be pretty creepy.
Yeah. Once he said the clown, I'd be like, nope.
Isn't there a clown motel just outside of Vegas too that's pretty haunted?
Yeah.
Something about circuses. There's something haunted about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely know what you're talking about. I have well, it's just creepy in general, clowns, but
his ringtone's creepy.
I
love it.
That's the ringtone for the girlfriend. She's got the Haunted Mansion because we're both Disney fans.
Oh.
And we love the Haunted Mansion.
Yeah, I like that one.
I want to get Scooby-Doo in front of the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah, that'd be a real good one.
That would sell. I don't think Disney'd be happy with it, but I would.
Yeah, you might get a cease and desist from Disney on that one.
Yeah. I don't know if I can sell those, but those might be giveaways.
Yeah, for your own personal enjoyment. That's all that truly matters. Yeah.
Is there like a haunted figure you can think of that you would love to see in front of a haunted location?
Let's see.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He's my favorite.
I think I can make that one happen because I have seen that figurine somewhere. I will definitely look into that one.
That is so funny because Zach, who gave us all the evidence and stuff from Southern Grace, actually had a post today about growing up. And, it's a choice, not really whatever. But he had all of these pop figures from Ghostbusters, and one of them was the Stay Puft.
I have that
one. I think we all have that one. Mm-hmm. I've got a huge.
I bought Ed Sheeran.
I love him though.
I think a nice red balloon coming out of the water grate, in front of a building, maybe would be a good one.
I think I can actually paint like a grate on the blackboard because it's actually chalkboard paint. So I can actually put like road signs on there and, street lines to make it look like it's a real street. I've never done it, but I bet you I can make a grate and then just put a tiny red balloon on it.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
I have seen a Pennywise figure too. I do have I do have a 7-inch figure of Dracula and Frankenstein, and I've got a coffin that they fit in. I want to find some hobby size graveyard material and make it on a green board and shoot it in my backyard because I don't know if I can do this in a cemetery. I think it'd be really creepy, but just to do like a makeup cemetery and do a photo shoot like that would be really cool. Put some smoke in it to make it look like it's cloudy, foggy.
Yeah.
But the 7-inch
totally
Dracula looks so realistic. It would look really good. Or I might just go to a cemetery. I got to take Beetlejuice to a cemetery too.
Yes.
Yeah, Beat needs to go to the cemetery. You need to do that one. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty awesome.
And even though
coming off of a grave,
that 6-inch Elvira Toon figure, I do have the 7-inch realistic looking one too. So that one's going to be in the graveyard also with probably Dracula.
Nate.
I've got way too
You can
much
see
time
his
on my
wheels are turning.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yes, definitely. It sounds like a very fun hobby, and I hope that you find your way to making money out of it because it is very cool.
I will eventually. I'm just toying with everything right now, printing them out, and they look awesome to other people. So I'm hoping to sell some. Like Sandy from the jail loved it right away. She's like, I love those. And she's just seen the set that I did the other day, and she's like, holy crap, those look awesome. With the Beetlejuice movie coming out, maybe I will sell a few of those.
Oh, yeah. Yep. For sure.
Have you guys seen the trailer for that one?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That looks amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, I mean, we're all big Beetlejuice fans, I think, from all those years ago. And to see a lot of the original cast coming back, especially Michael Keaton, I mean, you can't go wrong.
He's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was made for that role.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nobody can top him.
Nobody could ever do that.
But I'm Batman.
No, he's Beetlejuice.
He's still my Batman, damn it.
It'd be funny if you said that in Beetlejuice somehow.
Oh my God, that'd be the best thing ever. It would be great.
I think everybody would lose it if he did that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he's a very funny character, so they just might throw that in there. You never know.
I hope they did. I mean,
ever since he did Mr. Mom, I loved his characters. I don't think there's anything I didn't like him do. Everything I liked, he's done well.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of one of his movies the other day, and I couldn't think of the name of it. I didn't get a chance to go look, where he was like part of the mental institution, and they were like walking around through the rain in a box. And I mean, that was like one scene, but I can't remember what the name of the movie was. Listen.
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
Wasn't he in White Noise?
What, he was in White Noise? I don't know, was he?
I think so.
We're all going to IMDb right now.
I was just going to say that. We're all scrolling to see what he's been in.
What, my saddest movie ever?
Oh, yeah. Jack Frost. We watched that one night, and I've never seen the rocker chick cry so hard in my entire life as she did at the end of that movie.
Oh no, it was the beginning when he was in the car accident.
No, it was the end when he left.
It was the whole damn movie.
Yeah, he was in White Noise.
Well, what's the name of the movie that I'm thinking of?
In White Noise?
Yeah.
No, he was the main character. His wife told him that morning that she was pregnant, and she went to work and she had an accident and died. And this guy followed him, like his character, to his work and was like, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you. Your wife's been talking to me. And he's like, she's dead. Exactly. So he went to the guy's house, and he had all these speakers, and he had all the white noise from like TVs and radios, and you could hear her. So then he got like obsessed with it, and this whole thing. You got to watch it.
I think I have seen that. That's an older one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's crazy. I don't know how we got onto movies, but
Yeah, sorry.
Because this is the United States of Paranormal, and we got Beetlejuice going on.
Like, squirrel, where?
No, that is exactly how it is. I am still looking for that damn movie.
do you guys do any cryptid stuff in your paranormal?
No.
No?
No.
Just stick with the hauntings. Okay.
I am still looking for that movie. Do not.
He's got a long list.
It wasn't Michael Keaton.
He has a very long list. My God. Yeah, back to 1974 when he was on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
Wow.
There's Mr. Mom, which was in 1983. So if you listen to Golden 80s podcast, me and Frankie might talk about that. There it is right there. The Dream Team. Do you guys remember that movie?
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, that was the one where he was in a he was with there's Christopher Lloyd, Peter Boyd, were also in it. 4 mental patients on a field trip to New York City must save their caring chaperone, who ends up being taken to the hospital in a coma after accidentally witnessing a murder.
It's been a long time. It's an old movie. What year is it? What year is it?
It was 1989.
I was going to say.
Oh, and if you listen to Golden 80s, we might even cover that.
We'll let you.
We'll have a Michael Keaton trip. I mean, just everything he done in the 80s. That would be insane, wouldn't it? Oh, anyways, that's a whole nother podcast.
So, Brian, do you have any Facebook page, websites, or anything you want to plug as far as the Northwest Indiana Paranormal?
There is the Northwest Indiana Paranormal Facebook page. You just have to search it. I don't think there's actually a link for it. He also has a Instagram page. I think that's all he has at the moment.
Okay.
Do you have a photography page yet?
PaparazziBrian.com.
There you go.
All right. Paparazzi Brian.
I suggest everybody check it out. This is some cool shit.
She's very forceful.
You'll see a lot of Chicago pictures, a lot of animal pictures, and a lot of miniatures at haunted places. I love animals, so I love photographing them.
Me too. I love animals.
Oh, my goodness.
You love my profile picture and my profile, the cover photo, too.
Yeah?
If you love animals. They're 2 of my favorite photos.
Aw, I'll have to check it out.
All right. Well, Brian, we want to thank you so much for coming on the pod with us and talking about everything that you guys got going on over there. I really love that you are basically our neighbor. You know, you're so close, and you're just a hop, skip, and a jump away from us, literally. And all of the things that you guys got going on over there in Crown Point sound amazing. And I keep saying this week after week, but yeah, we need to hook up, go over there, take the tour of the town, go look around, and do some of our own filming and recording just for our Patreon and so on and so forth like that. And I think if Brian is willing, we would have an amazing guide.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
and I would love it to be when the gel is reopened, so we can get pictures of Brian's art hanging in there. And
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that would be amazing.
Well, you guys are more than welcome to come. I would love to give you guys a tour. Maybe set up a couple investigations while you're here.
Nice.
Yeah, that.
Show
I'll
you a
text
couple
you.
good
We'll
burger
work
places
something
other
out.
than Industrial Revolution.
Yes.
I ate at a Wendy's over there in Lake County one time. Does that count?
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, me too.
That does not count.
Damn, it's so close. Oh, but yes, Brian, thank you so much. We so much
Oh, thank
appreciate
you. It's been an
taking
honor.
the time out of your day.
Yes, thank you.
And
It's great meeting
would
you guys.
you
finally.
would you
Yeah.
want to come do this again with us sometime?
Oh, anytime. Just let me know.
All
I
right.
would be happy to talk to you guys again.
Okay. Well, we'll
Hopefully
like I said,
I choose a place with better Wi-Fi. But it was great showing you guys the jail. I wanted
Yeah,
you
we
guys to
liked
see
it.
the jail.
yeah, we loved it. We loved it. Yeah, we'll work something out. I'll text you.
All right, sounds great. Sounds good.
All right, everybody. Thank you for listening to United States Paranormal. We hope you enjoyed our time with Brian, and we will see you again next week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I think Rocker Chick's up.
oh no.
Time for a
Tell
story.
a story.
Time for a story from the Rocker Chick.
It's going to be spooky.
Is it going to be spooky?
Yes.
Oh, it better be. It better be. All right, guys, keep it spooky. I'll see you on the other side.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to the United States of Paranormal. Check us out at theunitedstatesofparanormal.com or at any other of our social media pages. At Twitter at TOSOPPOD, at Instagram at the United States of Paranormal, or Facebook at the United States of Paranormal, or YouTube at the United States of Paranormal 1795.
Please check out our other podcasts in the Golden Mojo Entertainment Network. The Call Guys, Golden Image Podcast, Indiana Chiefs Fans, The Golden 80s, Murd Nerds, and A Quart of Books and Booze.
And if you have a location you would like us to check into or a creepy story that you would love to tell us, please email us at theunitedstatesofparanormal@gmail.com. Please like, rate, and subscribe wherever you listen.